Hello there everybody, it's FlashFlare.
And Yumi the Yoshi Team.
And we're about to head into Karul's Keep and take on the Lost World, if I can find out how to get there.
Yeah, he didn't have his GPS.
I didn't have my GPS.
Here's
Okay.
Clubba again.
For the final time, we just paid him up. And now, Animal Antics, the hardest level in Donkey Kong Country 2.
And the most awesome.
But first we have to talk to Cranky. No,
Wow. If it isn't our trainee hero, I didn't expect you to find this place, Sonny. You must have got lucky. Now that you're here, I'd better tell you about it. This here is the Kremlin's Lost World. And that big crocodile head in the middle is where you need to get to if you're going to finish this silly game properly. But to get there, you have to beat Captain Karul and complete all the bonus levels as well. A task I'm sure is well beyond a whippersnapper like you. Yeah, right. I don't know why I'm doing this, but here are some ridiculous cheap hints for this world, which I'm sure you'll be needing as well. Take a look at this lot.
Dear oh dear. Well, one thing we forgot to mention before, and we're going to mention this since this is the last episode before the finale. The end is not the end is his tip for Animal Antics, which we will use.
Now buzz off and let me get to work on my next game design.
Okay. You gotta talk to Cranky to get the game perfect. Talk to Cranky and buy all his hints in one world. And that's how you're gonna do it.
Yeah, to be safe, I don't know if you actually have to buy all his hints in one world, but whatever. Talking to him here in the Lost World doesn't count. You have to do it in the main map, too.
Okay.
So we did that to get an extra %. But now we begin.
Animal Antics is the very hardest level, and we are about to take it on head first.
Alright, Rembi starts it off. How appropriate.
Yeah, he's the first animal buddy in almost every game except for 3. Which is kinda
Ellie
cool.
Takes his place there.
Ellie was not. It was good.
Well, she was pretty good. Anyway, you started off with a bang with Rembi, of course. Now after the jungle, you go into an ice cave.
Which you can pretty much tell who's gonna be here. The way to take that guy down is charge and jump, and that's the easiest.
Now you switch to Guard underwater.
And he can go and take on floatsomes and lockjaws and puffed ups, which are the main enemies of this level.
Remember that puffed ups and lockjaws go faster.
Yes, quite a bit faster. Floatsomes too. In some places. So, there's that secret passage there that you can find the rareware symbol for one last time because they just had to stick it in.
Yep, here come the Shuris.
The Shuris are mean.
Yeah, and the puffed ups.
The puffed ups will start a chain reaction which will make it like swimming through needles.
Exactly.
Appropriately.
But just stay in the gaps and you'll be okay. Here's lockjaws. Be careful to get them while they're snapping. They can follow you for an amazingly long range.
Like that. Almost bit our stomach out.
Oh, very nice.
That would have been violent.
Okay, we go through here even though you're out of water. Just keep flopping, you can make it.
You'll eventually make it.
Right off the bat, you're Squitter.
Now it's Squitter's turn to take the challenge, which is probably the second hardest part, but you're going to be getting used to it quite a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, it's... What am I talking about?
Who knows?
Quite a bit, is what I meant to say.
Yeah, the first part was a cakewalk compared to the last part, and you'll soon see why. This part isn't too hard, but still...
It's like the intermediate between the two.
If you take it too lightly, it'll catch you off guard. Also, the camera refuses to go over unless you take the down path, which is annoying.
You cannot go into the corner of the screen or the camera will kind of stop up. And there's no way to get through that.
And we thought the 64 camera was annoying.
Yeah, but this is in 2D, so it's almost worse.
Yeah, almost.
Last places to see.
There's a lot of kaboings here, but with your webs, should be a piece of cake. Keep going. Keep
walking on the A-webs to get up here, and watch out for the zinger swarms.
Yeah, they'll just fly straight on. You can shoot them or go over them if you want. You can actually go a bit higher than what we're doing.
Yeah, you can follow the banana path to be right in their path, which I wouldn't recommend, even though you're getting a couple bananas each time. I guess it would help with lives after a little while, but I don't think it's worth it.
Or you could just let them fly over you.
Honest opinion. Here is the barrel. Now this is where Cranky's hint comes in handy. The end is not the end.
You see that little banana? And there's the bonus. Here you go. This is where you'll be getting the last bonus of the game.
The last bonus of them all.
Destroy them all, of course.
And, of course, it's involving 2 animal buddies.
Yeah, with brambles.
That bothers me.
Yeah,
Rareware had
favorite.
some kind of delusion. Put brambles in every level near.
But just shoot the zingers with webs. Now, you shoot them with eggs.
And as you go up here with Squawks, be kind of careful, because it's easy to let his control kind of get away from you. As you hit these zingers, just make sure you get to Squitter with at least 5 seconds to spare. So it'll take a while for the barrel to break open.
39. That would be so annoying if you just got there with 1 second left, and then while you were transforming, you ran out of time.
Okay, here we are. Up here.
Look at this deadly combination. Back in the background, there's the blue sky with white clouds, making it hard to see your webs. There are brambles, and notice the leaves. Remember where that came in?
Windy Well.
Yes, and also Gusty Glade, and this is sort of like Gusty Glade and Windy Well with brambles. How fun! Yeah.
And Lost World
Squawks has to do this part.
Yeah, she's like the best at control, isn't he?
Here goes the wind. It goes back and forth, ever closer to those thorny brambles.
Remember, not to hold Y in that first stage there, because that'll make you go a lot slower. Here is the best place to rush.
Go with the wind and just barely tap the flat button, or you will find yourself going with a head full of brambles.
Yes. Beak full of brambles.
Sometimes it's easier to go with the wind, but that can push you into some things you're not ready for, so...
Rare was amazingly merciful and gave you a DK barrel there after the swarm of flitters.
But that's the last place you get one.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to Iron Man it for the rest of the level. Be careful.
This isn't actually our first attempt. We had to try this quite a bit.
If we said this was our first attempt, we'd be dirty double-crossing liars.
Yeah, and we're not like that.
Oh, no, we're not.
We bring it to you like it is.
Except we cut out all those other parts.
Well, we don't want to bore the audience either, but we just tell them the truth. This isn't the first perfect round. Ouch. It's far from perfect.
Oh, perfect. I get sick of watching the speedrunners try to do this level.
Yeah,
they do it in like
runners.
2 minutes and 30 seconds or something like that.
Like you saw there, try to go with the wind in those parts.
As soon as the wind switches here, use it to your advantage to fly through these zingers. We narrowly avoided a head of brambles once again, and time for the final stage, in which Yumi gives the controller to me.
Yes, he is playing as Dixie. This is not me.
For the final time in the game.
Because I was too stressed out. I did not want to lose right here.
As I would say, once you get past Squawks, once you're at Radley, you can't lose. It's too stressful. Once you finally get past Squawks, there is no way to lose.
Stay out of the spikes, jump on those zingers.
This is the first attempt at Radley, by the way.
Yeah, but he's not, I guess, very hard, but after you've been through Squawks and you're really stressed, take a breather. Okay, and then the last part with those zingers right there.
Do it right as they cross. The barrel will take a little freeze there.
And the end.
Be very careful not to shoot out of the barrel and back into them.
Yeah.
That is Animal Antics, folks. I am FlashFlare.
And I am Yumi the Yoshi.
And you are not. But the mouth of the crocodile opens to reveal the final boss. We will see you then.
Yes, when we take on the last part of this walkthrough.